Fireproof mastic pads are utilized to seal openings around J-boxes, also known as electrical junction boxes, conduit, and other penetrations in fire-rated walls. Their purpose is to prevent the spread of fire and smoke through these openings, thereby maintaining the integrity of the fire-rated wall. The materials primarily used include fireproof mastic pads, which are made from materials such as intumescent foam, ceramic fiber, or silicone. These materials have the property of expanding and sealing under heat exposure. Also, a high-temperature sealant is used, and it should be compatible with the mastic pad. The installation process involves several steps. Firstly, prepare the opening by cleaning and roughening the surfaces around the J-box to ensure good adhesion. Secondly, apply the mastic pad. Position the fireproof mastic pad around the J-box, aligning it with the opening. Press down firmly and smooth out the edges. Thirdly, seal the perimeter. Apply a bead of high-temperature sealant around the perimeter of the mastic pad, ensuring that the sealant fully covers the gap between the pad and the wall surface. Fourthly, allow to cure. Allow the sealant to cure according to the manufacturer's instructions. Inspection and maintenance are crucial aspects. Visually inspect the mastic pads regularly for any damage or deterioration. Replace any pads that show signs of cracking, swelling, or loss of adhesion. Reapply sealant if there are any visible gaps or tears. Compliance is of utmost importance because building codes and fire safety regulations require the proper installation of fireproof mastic pads on J-boxes and fire-rated walls. Failure to comply can compromise the fire resistance of the wall and increase the risk of fire spread. There are additional considerations to keep in mind. Use pads that are specifically designed for the type of wall construction and the J-box size. Ensure that the pads are compatible with the sealant being used. Allow sufficient time for the mastic pad and sealant to cure before applying any load. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions for specific installation requirements. Mastic pads are crucial components in maintaining fire safety within buildings. Their intumescent properties allow them to expand when exposed to heat, creating a tight seal that prevents the passage of flames and smoke. Selecting the appropriate mastic pad involves considering several factors. Firstly, the type of wall construction is important. Different wall materials such as concrete, drywall, or masonry may require specific pad formulations to ensure proper adhesion and expansion. Secondly, the size and shape of the J-box need to be taken into account. The pad must be large enough to completely cover the opening around the box, while also fitting snugly without excessive overlap. Thirdly, compatibility with other materials, such as wiring and conduit, must be verified to prevent any adverse reactions or degradation. When installing mastic pads, surface preparation is key. The area around the J-box should be clean, dry, and free from any dust, grease, or debris that could impede adhesion. Roughening the surface slightly with sandpaper can also improve the bond. The mastic pad should be applied evenly and firmly, ensuring that it conforms to the contours of the wall and the J-box. Any gaps or voids should be filled with additional mastic material to maintain a continuous seal. The use of a high-temperature sealant is recommended to further enhance the fire resistance of the installation. The sealant should be applied around the perimeter of the mastic pad, creating a barrier that prevents the passage of flames and smoke. It is important to choose a sealant that is compatible with the mastic pad and the wall material. Regular inspection and maintenance are essential for ensuring the long-term effectiveness of mastic pad installations. The pad should be visually inspected for any signs of damage, such as cracks, tears, or discoloration. Any compromised pad should be replaced immediately. The sealant should also be checked for any deterioration, such as drying, cracking, or peeling. If necessary, the sealant should be reapplied to maintain a tight seal. Building codes and fire safety regulations play a significant role in the use of mastic pads. These codes typically specify the types of materials that are approved for use in fire-rated walls, as well as the installation procedures that must be followed. It is important to consult local building codes and regulations to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. Failure to comply with these regulations can result in penalties, as well as increased risk of fire spread. The effectiveness of mastic pads in preventing fire spread has been demonstrated through extensive testing and research. These tests have shown that properly installed mastic pads can significantly delay the passage of flames and smoke through openings in fire-rated walls, providing valuable time for occupants to evacuate and for firefighters to respond. In addition to their fire-resistant properties, mastic pads can also provide other benefits. They can help to reduce noise transmission through walls, improve energy efficiency by sealing air leaks, and prevent the entry of pests and insects. Mastic pads are available in a variety of forms, including sheets, rolls, and pre-cut shapes. The choice of form depends on the specific application and the installer's preference. Some mastic pads are self-adhesive, while others require the use of an adhesive. The selection of the appropriate adhesive is important to ensure a strong and durable bond. When working with mastic pads, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. These instructions will provide guidance on the proper installation procedures, as well as any safety precautions that should be taken. It is also important to wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as gloves and eye protection to prevent contact with the mastic material. The use of mastic pads is not limited to J-boxes. They can also be used to seal openings around other penetrations in fire-rated walls such as pipes, cables, and ducts. In these applications, the same principles of surface preparation, material selection, and installation apply. Mastic pads are an essential component of a comprehensive fire protection strategy. By properly sealing openings in fire-rated walls, they help to prevent the spread of fire and smoke, protecting occupants and property. It is important to understand the purpose, materials, installation, inspection, and compliance requirements associated with mastic pads to ensure their effective use. Continuous advancements are being made in mastic pad technology. Researchers are constantly working to develop new materials and designs that offer improved fire resistance, durability, and ease of installation. These advancements are helping to make buildings safer and more secure. The information provided serves as a general guide. Always consult with qualified professionals and refer to applicable building codes and manufacturers' instructions for specific applications and requirements. For instance, specific types of fire-stopping materials may be required based on the hourly fire resistance rating of the wall assembly. The hourly rating, such as 1 hour, 2 hour, or 3 hour, dictates the level of fire protection the wall must provide. The selection of mastic pads should align with this rating. Different J-box materials may also influence the type of mastic pad chosen. Compatibility between the J-box material, the mastic pad, and the sealant is crucial for long-term performance. Steel, plastic, and aluminum J-boxes may react differently with various mastic pad formulations. Consider the environmental conditions to which the mastic pads will be exposed. High humidity, temperature extremes, and exposure to chemicals can affect the performance and longevity of the pads. Choose pads that are specifically designed to withstand these conditions. Proper documentation of the installation process is essential for compliance and future maintenance. Keep records of the mastic pads used, the sealant applied, and the date of installation. This information will be helpful for inspections and repairs. Training for installers is crucial to ensure that mastic pads are installed correctly. Proper training should cover surface preparation, pad application, sealant application, and inspection procedures. Qualified installers can help to avoid costly mistakes and ensure the effectiveness of the fire stopping system. Regularly review and update fire safety plans to incorporate the use of mastic pads and other fire stopping measures. Fire safety plans should be comprehensive and address all aspects of fire prevention, detection, and suppression. Consider the impact of future modifications to the wall assembly. If new penetrations are made or existing ones are altered, ensure that the fire stopping system is properly maintained and updated. This may involve reapplying mastic pads or installing new fire stopping materials. Building owners and managers have a responsibility to ensure that fire stopping systems are properly installed and maintained. This includes conducting regular inspections, addressing any deficiencies promptly, and providing training to employees on fire safety procedures. The use of mastic pads is just one aspect of a comprehensive fire protection strategy. Other important measures include fire alarms, sprinkler systems, fire extinguishers, and evacuation plans. These measures should work together to provide a multi-layered approach to fire safety. Staying informed about the latest advancements in fire-stopping technology is essential for maintaining the highest levels of fire safety. Attend industry conferences, read technical publications, and consult with fire protection experts to stay up to date on the latest developments. When selecting mastic pads, consider their environmental impact. Choose pads that are made from sustainable materials and that do not contain harmful chemicals. Look for products that have been tested and certified by independent organizations. The long-term cost of fire-stopping systems should be considered when making purchasing decisions. While some products may have a lower initial cost, they may require more frequent maintenance or replacement. Choose products that offer a balance of performance, durability, and cost-effectiveness. Communication and coordination between different trades is essential for successful fire-stopping installations. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, and other tradespeople should work together to ensure that penetrations are properly sealed and that the fire-stopping system is not compromised. The design of fire-rated walls should take into account the need for fire-stopping. Walls should be designed to minimize the number of penetrations and to provide adequate space for the installation of fire-stopping materials. Proper fire-stopping can significantly reduce the risk of property damage and loss of life in the event of a fire. It is an investment that can pay dividends in terms of safety and security. Mastic pads are a critical component of a building's passive fire protection system. They work silently and effectively to prevent the spread of fire and smoke, providing valuable time for occupants to evacuate and for firefighters to respond. Understanding the importance of mastic pads and ensuring their proper installation and maintenance is essential for creating a safe and secure building environment. The installation of fireproof mastic pads may have specific requirements based on local amendments and regulations in New Jersey. Therefore, verifying those requirements is paramount for projects in that state. Always consult with local building officials to ensure compliance.